Under the station clock, snowflakes fall, and the world stands still.
One last kiss before I go, one last promise I have to fill.
Your breath was silver in the winter air, steam from the engine swirling everywhere. You held my hands in your shaking glove, said sometimes distance has to test our love.
I watched your suitcase as you turned away, the platform trembling like my heart that day. You waved once more through the evening mist, and I can still feel that goodbye kiss.
You said when the nights feel long and cold, think of my arms you used to hold. Look down the tracks through the smoke and the rain. That's where I'll find you again.
I'll wait at the station through the falling snow, by the old brass clock and the lantern glow, till your train rolls in like a long lost song. I'll be standing here where you belong.
I'll wait at the station when the nights turn gray, and the loudspeakers whisper trains away. If it takes all my heart and all my patience, I'll wait at the station.
I've seen bright cities with their shining signs, heard midnight whistles on 100 lines, but every ticket that they tear into feels like a road that should lead to you.
The crowded car is full of tired eyes, but in the glass it's your face I find. I close my own and I hear you say, I'll be right there when you come someday.
I told the stars on the smoky run,
I'll come back home when my work is done.
through every station, every lonely track,
I felt your promise pulling me back.
I'll wait at the station through the falling snow, by the old brass clock and the lantern glow, till your train rolls in like a long lost song. I'll be standing here where you belong.
I'll wait at the station when the nights turn gray, and the loudspeakers whisper trains away. If it takes all my heart and all my patience, I'll wait at the station.
Seasons change on these wooden beams, leaves and blossoms, all the in-betweens. I've worn out footsteps on this platform floor, listening for wheels I've been waiting for.
Sometimes the snow falls, sometimes it's rain, sometimes it's just a quiet, empty train. But I hold my scarf a little closer tight and keep keep on trusting in the morning light.
Tonight the whistle sounds different somehow. Feels like the future turning into now. My restless journey's finally through. Every mile has led me back to you.
I see the headlight cutting through the dark. Hear my name inside that iron heart.
The doors fly open and the world goes still, till I see you standing on the hill.
We run together through the winter haze, like we're children of the railroad days. In your trembling hands and your tearful face, I know I was right to save this place. I'll wait at the station through the falling snow, by the old brass clock and the lantern glow.
Now your train rolls in like a long lost song, and you're in my arms where you belong.
I'll wait at the station when the nights turn gray, if you ever have to go away. No matter how far or what you're facing, you'll find my love at the station. If the world should change and the lines all fade, my heart will stay where our promise was made, under the clock and the silver rails' vibration. I'll wait at the station.
When the world grows quiet at night, we're dancing in the kitchen light. The clock is almost midnight on the faded wall. The dishes are all dry and kids asleep down the hall. You pour a little coffee in my favorite cup, turn the radio down low and then you pull me up. You smile and say, come closer, there's still room to dream. Bare feet on the linoleum, just you and me. We're dancing in the kitchen light, shadows on the ceiling, everything's alright. Your hand in mine, the world out of sight, slowly turning circles through the gentle night. Darling, when the day's been long and life feels tight, I find my heart again, dancing in the kitchen light. Letters on the table with your crooked name, old black and white photos in a picture frame. There we are in summer, laughing in the sun. Now the years have drawn their lines, but we're still one. You touch my cheek and whisper, we've come such a way. But in this little kitchen, we're as young as that day. We're dancing in the kitchen light, shadows on the ceiling, everything's alright. Your hand in mine, the world out of sight, slowly turning circles through the gentle night. Darling, when the day's been long ceiling, everything's alright. Leave the worry sleeping by the door tonight. Hold me just a little closer, hold me tight. Darling, when my faith is small, your love feels right. I find my home again, dancing in the kitchen light. When the world grows quiet at night, I'm gonna love you, dancing in the kitchen light.
Mixed like a lost 60 vinyl, steps, accelerations for the year that your suitcase by your knee, ticket in your hand, nervous little smile I didn't understand. You said I'll write you letters, it won't be the way your eyes said something was wrong. I tried to joke about the changing weather. You just held my finger, said, remember the last bus home, rolling down the line, tail lights fading like a lost goodbye. I stood on the corner till the stars went cold, wishing I had begged you, darling, please don't go. The last bus home took you out of sight, but you still ride circles through my mind each night. I'm standing where we were, but I'm alone, about you on the last bus home. There's a phone on the table in the narrow hall. I listen for your footsteps, for your midnight call. Every gentle ringing makes my heart beat race, but it's never quite your laughter on the other place. I trace your name along the faded paper, postmarks from a town that feels like later. The last bus home, rolling down the line, tail lights fading like a lost goodbye. I stood on the corner till the stars went cold, wishing I had begged you, darling, please don't go. The last bus home took you out of sight, but you still ride circles through my mind each night. I'm standing where we were, but I'm alone, thinking about you on the last bus home. Some nights I walk the same old cracked gray street, hear the sigh of engines, feel the evening heat. I hold a worn out ticket that I never used. Every little wrinkle tells the story of maybe you found someone to keep you warm, a softer coat against the coming storm. sitting by that street lamp, humming our old song. The last bus home, rolling down the line. All these years behind us, still you haunt my nights. If you ever step off feeling tired and alone, you'll find me at the corner where the shadows roam. The last bus home can bring you back to me. I'll be there with open arms where you used to be. Till then this empty sidewalk is my own. Talking to the last bus home. Under the corner, street lamp glow. I'm still in love with you and the last bus home.
Soft rain falling on the city stone, neon colors on the cobblestones. Through the window in the cafe glow plays a little song we used to know. I stir my coffee, watch the raindrops slide down the foggy glass where you once sat beside. Every passing face, every coat and hat makes me lift my eyes and ask, are you back? There in the corner stands that old machine, chrome and colors like a faded dream. Dropping a nickel, let our memory play, and suddenly you're here with me anyway. You said if this world ever pulls us apart, just follow the music back to my heart. So when the night feels lonely and the timing's right, I come to this place and wait in the light. Under the jukebox light, I'll be waiting while our record spins its slow refrain. In this little cafe with the windows crying, you're the only shelter from the rain. Under the jukebox light, I keep dreaming, you'll come walking in and hold me tight, till the morning comes and the songs run out. I'll be yours under the jukebox light. Do you remember that small town hall? Paper hearts and streamers on the wall. We were shy at first, didn't say too much, till that jukebox played and our hands brushed. You laughed so softly when you pulled me near, said let's dance slow and forget our fear. Barefoot midnight on a wooden floor, I thought my heart would open like a door. You said if the years ever get in the way, just find that song and I'll find my way. Now every time those chords start to rise, I see forever in your eyes. Under the jukebox light, I'll be waiting while our record spins its slow refrain. In Push open the door, step into the glow, and find the girl who never let you go. Under the jukebox light, I'll be waiting, waiting, with our song playing sweet and low. When you cross that floor and our hands touch again, we'll dance like the night we didn't wanna go. Under the jukebox light, no more dreaming, just your heartbeat keeping perfect time, till the closing bell and the dawn outside. I'll be yours and you'll be mine. Under the jukebox light, softly swaying, two silhouettes in the cafe night. As the rain drifts by and the world moves on, we'll stay here under the jukebox light.
The rain came down on the avenue. You stood alone with the sky on you. Your little coat getting dark and cold. My quiet heart whispering, be brave, be bold. I tilted my umbrella over your hair. You laughed and said, I didn't know you'd care. The traffic blurred into silver lines, and all I saw were your eyes in mine. Share my umbrella tonight. Step a little closer, hold me tight. Let the busy world just fade from sight. Oh, share my umbrella tonight. We walked along where the river bends, the city lights sparkling like our plans. The rain grew soft like a humming tune. We watched the ripples chase after the moon. You told me dreams you were scared to share. I promised you I'd be waiting there. Whenever clouds try to hide your blue, I'd bring this same umbrella back to you. Share my umbrella tonight. Step a little closer, hold me tight. Let the busy world just fade from sight. Oh, share my umbrella tonight. And when the years bring stormy weather, we'll walk those streets as long as we're together. No matter how dark the sidewalks shine, your hand in my hand draws the brightest line. Now some nights find us at home just two, the kitchen light painting gold on you, the city rain tapping window panes. We sway in socks to an old refrain. Share my umbrella tonight, even in the kitchen's yellow light. Every drop that falls outside is fine, as long as your shoulder rests on mine. Let the city fade like a distant sign. Oh, share my umbrella, share my umbrella, share my umbrella tonight.
spin that record one more time tonight. There was a small town dance on Friday night. Paper hearts hanging in the yellow light. You stood alone beside the old jukebox glow. I had my hands tucked deep inside my coat, heart keeping time to every little note, wondering if you'd ever turn and say hello. Then you dropped a dime and the song came on, a slow sweet tune, and the room felt gone. You looked my way like you already knew that the next soft step might lead me straight to you. You said, may I have this dance? So shy, but there was sunshine in your eye. My trembling fingers found your hand, and we moved like waves upon the sand. Jukebox light and you, spinning all my fears away. Every little melody taught my heart to stay. Jukebox light and you, shining where our love came true. All I ever need, my darling, is jukebox light and you. Summer rolled in with a carnival tune. Ferris wheel turning under a lazy moon. We rode up high and watched the town drift small. You won a ribbon at the nickel stand, pinned it so gently on my shaking hand. Said, if you fall, I'll be the one to catch it all. Later we walked where the sidewalks end, down to my porch with the night as friend. The kitchen light was burning soft and low, and you whispered, this is where I always wanna go. You traced a circle on my sleeve, yeah. Said, promise me you'll never leave. I heard that same old jukebox song playing in my memory all night long. Jukebox light and you, spinning all my fears away. Every little melody taught my heart to stay. Jukebox light and you, shining where our love came true. All I ever need, my darling, is jukebox light and you. Years go by, but the town stays small. They fix a sign on the old dance hall, and sometimes we stop just to listen at the door. There in the dust is the worn out floor where we first swayed, and I wanted more. I can see our shadows like they were before. Now there's a baby sleeping down the hall, dishes drying by the kitchen wall. The porch lights glowing like it used to do, and every gentle flicker brings me back to you. Turn the dial and let the record play. We'll steal another yesterday. Sing along to every line we know. Let the soft metaphor echo slow. If the world outside should ever fade from view, I'll still be dancing in this room with you. Jukebox light and you, jukebox light and you, jukebox light and you, playing through our quiet years. Every verse and every rhyme, drying all our tears. Jukebox light and you, shining in the life we've grown. I don't need a grand parade, just you in this little home. Jukebox light and you, spinning in my heart tonight. Hold me while the music fades into the porch light. Jukebox light and you, all my dreams are wrapped into every song I ever loved. Was jukebox light and you. Jukebox light. jukebox light and you.
Morning breeze from the ocean shore, footsteps echo where we walked before. I saw your face in the midway lights, cotton candy clouds and July nights.
You laughed and said, is it really you? My heart stood still like it used to do. I bought 2 tickets for the carousel, just like the night when I first fell.
We rode in circles, tried not to stare, both of us caught in the summer air. All of those years drifted out to sea, but here you are, standing next to me. The tide rolled in, yet somehow we were carried back to where we used to be. Ferris wheel memories turning in the sky, high above the summer fair where you and I held on tight, afraid to let it show. Hearts young and trembling in the halfway glow. Round and round we go through all those dreams and years. Ferris wheel memories wiping all the tears.
Do you recall how the rain came down on painted horses at the edge of town? We shared one coat, we were soaked right through. You said, if this is love, I'll see it through.
We planned a life on a seaside street, a little white house where the waves would meet. But letters faded, days turned gray,
And somehow we just slipped away.
still in the hush of this ocean night. Your hand in mine feels the same, just right. The past comes back like a melody, rising up soft from the salt blue sea. Ferris wheel memories turning in the sky, high above the summer fair where you and I held on tight, afraid to let it show. Hearts young and trembling in the halfway glow. Round and round we go through all those dreams and years. Ferris wheel memories wiping all the tears.
I took the train and left this town behind, chasing a life I could never find. But every crowd and every city light fell short of you in that seaside night.
I stayed right here by the waterside, watched every sunset alone each time. And when the Ferris wheel lights came on, I'd whisper your name to the breaking dawn. Maybe love just took the long way out, maybe the road led right back to this town. Maybe the years were only spinning slow, waiting for us to feel what we already know. If we get one more chance to start, let's step on in with an open heart, right to the top where the stars shine through, and make a promise we can hold on to. Ferris wheel memories turning into now. Looking in your eyes, I remember how you were the one I never really lost. memories and your hand in mine.
Footprints fading where the shorelines shine.
One last ride before the fair lights dim. Ferris wheel memories, and we're back again.
Soft summer music in the evening air. You took my hand at the small town fair. Cotton candy clouds on a painted sky. Laughter in the distance, children running by. You were standing there by the ticket stand, looking kinda nervous with your hat in hand. You said, do you maybe wanna take a ride? And the world grew small when I stood by your side. As the colors spun in a carousel light, I found my forever in a single night. Every little heartbeat learned a brand new feel when you pulled me close and whispered what was real. Under the Ferris wheel, that's where it all turned real. With the summer lights and the night so warm, I was safe inside your arms. Under the Ferris wheel, time had a way to heal. Every lonely evening I had ever known melted when you walked me home. We walked by the shoreline when the fair closed down. Shoes in our hands on the edge of town. Waves were writing secrets in the silver sand. Moonlight drawing halos where we left our plans. You said when the seasons start to change again, I'll be right here waiting like I was back then. And the ocean breeze in its gentle rhyme tied our little promise to a strand of time. Every quiet footstep on that midnight shore told me this was something I've been waiting for. Under the Ferris wheel, that's where it all turned real. With the summer lights and the night so warm, I was safe inside your arms. Under the Ferris wheel, time had a way to heal. Every lonely evening I had ever known melted when you walked me home. Now the years roll on like a lazy tide, but the glow of that evening never leaves my mind. There's a little fair in our living room when you hum that tune in the soft lamps bloom, and the porch lights on when you're late from town, like a tiny star that never lets me down. When you turn the key and you call my name, I still feel the Ferris lights around my frame. We don't need the summer tickets anymore. We can dance in slippers on the kitchen floor. But when life feels heavy and the nights grow long, I can hear that old fair playing in our song. If I ever wonder how our love stayed true, I just close my eyes and I'm there with you. Under the Ferris wheel, my heart remembers still all the little moments that we didn't know would become the life we'd grow. Under the Ferris wheel, you taught my heart to feel. Now with every sun
the puddles, traffic whispering by, raindrops tracing silver lines against the evening sky.
I saw your shadow in the glass across the lane, bent above a coffee at the cafe in the rain.
Same small corner table where we used to talk till 2,
about the dreams we'd follow and the roads we'd wander through.
I almost turned around, afraid of what I'd see, afraid that all those midnight words meant more to me than thee. But
then you looked up slowly and you softly said my name, and the years between us flickered like a flame.
outside, umbrellas bloomed along the narrow street. Inside, my restless heart forgot to beat. One quiet moment and the past came back again.
Right there by the window in the rain, cafe window in the rain.
Soft reflections, old refrain.
Your eyes were just the same.
A gentle half-forgiven pain.
Cafe window in the rain.
We watched the taxis pass the train.
You smiled and I knew then we might learn how to love again. Do you remember how we said our last goodbye? Down at the platform with the smokestack in the sky.
You held my suitcase like it weighed 1,000 pounds. We let our pride speak louder than our hearts could make a sound.
Your letter came too late, the ink all blurred with tears. I tucked it in a drawer and tried to hide away the years.
But when I saw you standing there tonight through streaks of rain, I felt my foolish heart call out your name. I never quite forgot the way you laughed at night. I never quite moved on, though I said I might. And now the city hums a lonely, tender strain,
while we sit by the window in the rain. Cafe window in the rain.
Soft reflections, old refrain.
Your eyes were just the same.
A gentle half-forgiven pain.
Cafe window in the rain.
We watched the taxis pass the train.
You smiled and I knew then we might learn how to love again.
We talked of little things, the places we had been, the quiet empty evenings and the lives we might have seen.
You traced your finger around the circle on your cup. I said, if we start over, could we really open up?
You took my hand and said, the past is just a song played on an old jukebox that's been spinning far too long.
Let's step outside together, leave it where it lay, and walk these rainy streets a different way.
Some loves don't vanish, they just hide behind the door, waiting for footsteps they remember from before. The porch light of the heart stays burning soft and low, in case a wandering soul comes home out of the snow.
And here we are, two travelers in a midnight town, watching little rivers pull the lamplight down. If we can say I'm sorry and let go of the blame, we can start again beneath the same last name. Cafe window in the rain.
Now it sings a sweeter strain.
Your hand in mine again.
I feel my heart unlock its chain.
Cafe window in the rain.
The station doesn't look the same.
No more last goodbyes in vain. Only see you in the morning train.
Neon on the puddles as the night grows thin.
Two shadows leave together where one once walked in.
Behind the foggy glass, the past fades like a stain.
And love begins at a cafe window in the rain. In the rain. There's a ribbon round the years we've known, in a faded little box we call our own. I found your letters in the dresser by the wall, paper edges curling like they'd heard it all. Ink a little lighter where you wrote my name. Still my heart beats softly when I read the same. You said someday, darling, we will find our place by the water's whisper and the salt-kissed face. Now the seagulls echo all those lines you wrote, as I hold the past inside this trembling note. Every word you sent across the miles back then turned into the mornings that we wake within. And when I feel the tide pull you close to me, I hear your letters by the sea. Letters by the sea, every line away, bringing back the promises we tried to say. Under evening sky in the ocean breeze, you're still saying, darling, stay with me please. As the moonlight shimmers on the gentle tide, every folded whisper keeps you by my side. Even when the ink begins to fade and flee, we'll have our letters by the sea. We drive the old road with the car radio low, softly playing love songs from so long ago. Windows down and all the night as warm as you. As I open up a page like something new, you laugh and say you can't believe that boy you were, counting every heartbeat till you could be sure. I read Meet Me Sunday by the summer fair, and I taste the cotton candy that was in the air. Ferris wheel above us turning slow and bright, you were just a shadow in the colored light. But every vow you whispered still belongs to me. I feel them drifting from the sea. Letters by the sea, every line a wave, bringing back the promises we tried to save. Under evening sky in the ocean breeze, you're still saying, darling, stay with me please. As the moonlight shimmers on the gentle tide, every folded whisper keeps you by my side. Even when the ink begins to fade and flee, we'll have our letters by the sea. shore begins. Hold the pages carefully like fragile wings. You take my hand and kiss the corner of a page. Say, look how love grows softer when it starts to age. The waves keep writing circles in the silver sand, like the way we circle back to where we stand. All the little lines that once were dreams and plans, now they're just the way you're holding both my hands. Someday when the paper tears and colors fall, we won't need the letters for the truth at all. We'll be walking slowly where the breakers roll, knowing every promise written in our soul. If the world goes quiet and the shoreline's dark, we'll still hear those words inside a single spark. Every I adore you, floating endlessly, rising like a song out of the sea. Letters by the sea, let the night wind sing. Every gentle sentence like a wedding ring, under stars that listen to our history. You're still saying, darling, stay with me please. As the tide comes in, pulling at our feet, we can dance in circles where the water meets. Even when the ink can't say what we believe, we'll live our letters by the sea. With a box of pages resting on your knee, you whisper you were always home to me. And I know whatever's left for you and me will read like letters by the sea. Letters by the sea.
Tide was tracing silver on the stones. Evening brushed the window soft and gold. You were standing by the railing there alone, by the harbor where the waves came in so slow. I was walking with my collar turned up high, carrying a day I couldn't hide. Then your smile broke gentle through the spray, like the very first light on a cloudy day. You pointed to a little painted door, said, come in from the wind, we can talk some more. And as a raindrop started writing on the night, I followed you into that golden light. Seaside cafe tonight, rain on the glass and your hand in mine. Outside the waves keep breaking in the light, but it's warm where your shoulder touches mine. Seaside cafe tonight, radio low and the future bright. If this is love, let it start right here in our seaside cafe tonight. We found a quiet table by the wall. Steam from all the teacups hit us both. You drew tiny boats along the paper cloth, spoke of places you had always hoped to go. I said I'd never been too far from here, just a strip of sea and cobblestone. You said maybe we could see the world one year, and something in my restless heart felt home. Now every time the clouds begin to gray, we meet beneath that same soft sign, and I learn the truth you never say, in the way the lamplight lingers in your eyes. Seaside cafe tonight, rain on the glass and your hand in mine. Outside the waves keep breaking in the light, but it's warm where your shoulder touches mine. Seaside cafe tonight, radio low and the future bright. If this is love, let it start right here in our seaside cafe night. Someday the rain will clear and skies will blue, sunlight dancing where the showers were. We'll walk that promenade with nothing left to prove, every step a little closer, me and you. Maybe we'll find a house above the shore, windows open to the evening tide, and we'll smile about the night it all began, with a rainy window and you're sitting by my side. Tonight the wind is tapping at the panes, footsteps fading softly down the street. You are tracing circles in your cup again, searching for the right words as you speak. You say, I don't know where this could all go, but it feels like I've been waiting all this time. So I take your hand and answer low, let the whole world start with you and I. Seaside cafe tonight, rain on the glass and your hand in mine. Outside the waves keep breaking in the light, but it's warm where your shoulder touches mine. Seaside cafe tonight, if you will stay till the morning light. Every road our hearts will ever find will lead back to this seaside cafe tonight. Every road our hearts will ever find leads back to this seaside cafe tonight. I still see a suitcase by your side, raindrops on the platform, tears you try to hide. You kept looking down the empty tracks as if you wish the rails would carry you back. You pressed a folded letter in my hand, ink a little shaky where your heart would stand. You whispered, darling, please don't let me go. Then the train pulled in with its silver glow. Every time that whistle cuts the night, I can feel your fingers holding mine so tight. All the miles between us disappear when I hear that engine drawing near. Under the station lights, I was holding you close with your goodbye words trembling soft like a ghost. Under the station lights, as the midnight train sighed, you stepped through the doorway with tears in your eyes. And I promised I'd wait through the dark and the days, through the cold and the silence and haze, keeping your love under the station lights. There were nights I'd drive the highway slow, car radio humming with a gentle glow. Your letters in the glove box by my knee, every line a little window where your face would be. I'd pull over where the tracks run near the road, watch the boxcars rumble with their weary load, reading all your handwriting in the dashboard shine, like you were tracing out your heart on mine. Every time the dial finds a tender song, I can feel you near though you've been gone so long. Every careful word that you once wrote wraps around me like your coat. Under the station lights, I first watched you depart, but your name kept on ringing in the halls of my heart. Under the station lights, through the wind and the rain, I was counting the hours till I'd see you again. And I promised I'd wait through the dark and the days, through the cold and the silence and haze, keeping your love under the station lights. Ooh, now I'm at the station one more time. Cafe window fog along its crooked line, stirring bitter coffee as the raindrops fall, listening to the echo of the platform call. Then I see a figure in the misty glass, someone with a suitcase slowly walking past. You turn and our reflections find a rhyme, two familiar strangers meeting right on time. Oh, all the lonely pages, all those restless nights, all the empty platforms waiting for the lights, fade away the moment that I hear your name whispered on your lips as you step off the train. Let the world keep racing down its busy track. All I ever wanted was to have you back, here where every promise that we made that night comes home beneath this gentle light. Under the station light, now I'm holding you near, with your suitcase forgotten and your eyes full of tears. Under the station lights, as the rain slips away, we're just two tired hearts with days, through the cold and the silence and haze. I will love you wherever you are in my sight, but meet me, my darling, under the station lights, always and forever, under the station lights.
There's a cardboard box on my living room floor, spilling out summers we don't share anymore. Edges gone yellow, corners curling in, all of the places where our hands had been. I sit cross-legged in the lamplight's glow, dust in the air like tiny flakes of snow. The ticking clock is louder than before, but I still hear your key inside the door. I put on a record to cover the quiet, still I can hear your footsteps on the walk. When the room's in shadow and the needle's silent, that's when the past comes back and knocks. Scattered pictures of you, shining in the lamplight, soft and blue. Every smile, every tear brings your heartbeat back in view. No matter what I try to do, I keep falling back these scattered pictures of you. Here's one of us on that old park bench, your coat too big, your hair in tangled strands. You drew our names along the peeling wood and swore you'd stay forever, said you would. Another frame, a rainy city street, your half in laughter, half in running feet. My borrowed jacket hanging off your arms, like I could wrap you safe from every storm. I hide you in pages and bottom drawers, but somehow you drift back to my front door. Every time the evening starts to bruise, I see those colors bleeding through. Scattered pictures of you, shining in the lamplight, soft and blue. Every smile, every tear brings your heartbeat back in view. No matter what I try to do, I keep falling back into counting back pictures of you. Somewhere you're walking down another lane, different windows calling out your name. Maybe you folded up our yesterday, but mine is spread around me where I lay. And though I know the years won't turn around, there's comfort in these fragments on the ground. Little pieces of a love we knew, still lighting up this quiet room. I stack the moments back in careful rows, tie up the lid and let the shadows close. But one small picture stays here by my bed, your laughing eyes and sunlight on your head. I set it down beside the midnight phone, whisper goodnight like you're still coming home. Then turn the lamp low just enough to see the way you're always looking back at me. Scattered pictures of you, glowing in the lamplight, soft and true. I'll let the past be what it was, but I won't hide it out of view. For all the miles and all we've been through, Part of me will always move through scattered pictures of you. Part of me will always move through scattered pictures of you.
There's a breeze on the railing and salt in the air tonight, and the shoreline's wearing all its little pearls of light. I remember you in sandals on this broken stone, laughing at the gulls like we own this shore alone. We would trace our foolish futures in the evening foam, promise on the tide that we'd never leave this home. You said if I have to go and chase my city dreams, will you keep this little corner where the water gleams? I swore by every star that touched the open sea, if you ever wandered back you'd find the same old me. Now the years have run like rivers out of sight, but here you are again in the soft white light. I don't know where you've been or what you've seen, I just know what this moment means. Walk me by the sea, darling, take my hand. Let the waves keep time for our hearts to understand. We don't need a ballroom or a silver key. All I really want is you to walk me by the sea. Walk me by the sea, underneath the sky. Let the wind steal every lonely goodbye. If the past was broken, let it drift out free, while you lean a little closer and you walk me by the sea. You tell me about the postcards that you meant to send, names of distant stations strangers turn to friends. You say every crowded street, every hotel room had a quiet piece of sand where you still bloom. I show you how the boardwalk got a coat of paint, how the old hotel marquee's missing half its saints, but the benches by the railing, I say with a smile, kept the place beside me all the while. There's a song from a cafe drifting soft and low, like a memory the tide forgot to let go. If there's something on your lips you're scared to speak, let the ocean answer for you when it peaks. Walk me by the sea, darling, take my hand. Let the waves keep time for our hearts to understand. We don't need a ballroom or a silver key. All I really want is you to walk me by the sea. Walk me by the sea, underneath the sky. Let the wind steal every lonely goodbye. If the past was broken, let it drift out free, while you lean a little closer and you walk me by the sea. We stop beside a lantern where the shadows bend. Your hair caught in the breeze like it did back then. You whisper I was foolish when I walked away, but this shore kept calling me back night and day. I say love is like the water, always finding shore, slipping through the darkness till it knocks once more. If you're tired of running where you cannot see, let your next step be with me. Walk me by the sea, stay a little long, let the surf ride over everything we got wrong. We don't need tomorrow, all mapped out for free. If tonight you choose my side and walk me by the sea. Walk me by the sea. When the nights grow cold, we'll be two soft stories that the waves retold. If the world keeps changing, let it turn and flee. We'll go slow, heart to heart, as you walk me by the sea. So take one more step, darling, don't let go of me. There's a lifetime in this shoreline if you'll walk me by the sea.
Town bandstand on a Saturday night, neon letters in the window burning bright. You walked in shy with your collar just right, and my heart skipped twice by the jukebox light. Girls in ribbons, boys in borrowed ties, summer flicker in the firefly sky. You dropped a nickel and you caught my eye as that slow song started to rise. Your hand was awkward, mine was shaking too. We laughed softly as we found the groove. The world got quiet when I leaned on you, and the floor felt steady as we moved. Everyone around us faded out of sight. All I saw was you in that colored light. I heard you whisper almost out of fright, darling, stay with me tonight. By the jukebox light, you took my hand on the Saturday night. While the needle played our favorite song, we swayed so slow the world felt gone. Through every wrong and every right, I'm still yours by the jukebox light. Weeks rolled forward like the record spun. Every Friday when the work was done, we'd meet at the fair when the day was through. Cotton candy hands holding on to you, Ferris wheel turning in the twilight glow. Tiny houses looking small below. You said someday we'll have one of those, with that hopeful smile only I would know. You brushed my cheek with a careful touch, said I never knew I could feel this much. I heard the band start a tune we knew, and I promised all my life to you by the jukebox light. You took my hand on that Saturday night. While the needle played our favorite song, we swayed so slow the world felt gone. Through every wrong and every right, I'm still yours by the jukebox light. kept turning like the records do. Bills and babies in the paint we blew. Some nights tired and some nights tight. Still we'd find each other in the kitchen light. Radio humming on the counter low. Bare feet tracing where the shadows go. You'd pull me close in your work-worn shirt. Say one more dance, honey, though my feet hurt. We've seen summers fade and winters stay. Watch the color in your hair turn gray. But every time the music starts to play, I'm that girl in blue on that first dance day. If the world forgets the songs we knew, if the neon letters all burn through, there's a little glowing place in my heart tonight where I'm forever turning toward your light. By the jukebox light, you took my hand and you held me tight. From that dusty hall to our porch at night, we've been swaying through the years just right. Through every wrong and every right, I'm still yours by the jukebox light. So when the evening settles soft and quiet and the porch light hums in the velvet night, put on that record, hold me close, alright. We'll be young again by the jukebox light. So when the evening settles soft and quiet and the porch light hums in the velvet night, put on that record, hold me close, alright. We'll be young again by the jukebox light.
Soft rain on the sidewalks, baby.
Feels like a long lost lullaby.
I saw you standing on the corner in the city rain. Streetlight shining on your suitcase, on your face again.
The years between us seem to tumble down like raindrops racing on the windows of this town.
You smiled that little halfway like you used to do. I wasn't sure if I should walk away or walk to you.
But then your coat was slipping off your arm. You held that umbrella, said, let's keep you warm. We took a step and then another down the glistening street. With every puddle we remember how we used to meet. Our shadows dancing in the neon light, like two old songs still sounding right. One more rainy night, just you and I by the city lights, under one umbrella, two hearts getting closer like we never said goodbye. One more rainy night, let's let the past fall out of sight. If you hold me near, everything feels clear in this one more rainy night. We found a little corner table by the cafe glass. We watched the people and the taxis slowly drifting past. Your hands were trembling, reaching out for mine. You said, I think of you when church bells ring at night.
I told you about the lonely mornings with the radio on.
How every love song felt like proof that we were never gone. You laughed and brushed a teardrop from your cheek, said some hearts don't learn to speak. Outside the window, all the raindrops drew our names in streams, while inside we traded quiet words and half-remembered dreams. The waiter smiled and turned down all the lights like he'd seen this scene on other nights. One more rainy night, just you and I by the city lights, under one umbrella, two hearts getting closer like we never said goodbye. One more rainy night, let's let the past fall out of sight. If you hold me near, everything feels clear in this one more rainy night.
Now we're driving through the darkness with the wipers on, dashboard glowing soft and golden while the streets are gone.
The old car radio plays something sweet and low, like every tune we used to dance to long ago.
Your jacket wrapped around my shoulders like it used to be. I hear your heartbeat keeping gentle, perfect time with me.
You say if morning feels the way it feels tonight, maybe we could try again to get it right. I don't know what tomorrow's gonna do, but my heart still finds its way to you. If all we have is just this passing shower, I wanna spend it in your arms this hour.
So let the raindrops write our names across the midnight air.
If love comes back just once like this, that's more than most hearts share. One more rainy night, let's let the city fade from sight. Turn the car around, let our hearts be found in this tender borrowed time. One more rainy night, hold me until the morning light. If it feels this true, I'll come back to you after one more rainy night. Soft rain on the sidewalks, baby,
Feels like a long lost lullaby.
and in this one more rainy night, we find our way back to the light.
Rain on the sidewalks, shining in lines, neon reflections in the traffic light shine. Footsteps echo in a midnight spell, two lonely hearts that never quite could tell. I saw you standing by the corner sign, raindrops tracing down your fragile smile. You held your coat up, shivering in the cold, trying to be brave, trying to look bold. I raised my umbrella like a little wing, said there's room for two beneath this thing. You stepped in close and the city grew small, just you and I, and the soft rain fall. Your hand brushed mine as we walked that night, street lamps painting you in silver light. Every puddle seemed to glow for two, every heartbeat whispering, this is you. Under one small umbrella, I fell in love with you. Walking down that rainy street, not knowing what to do, with the cars splashing by and the world out of view. Under one small umbrella, all I saw was you. Under one small umbrella, sharing whispered air, rain in your lashes and drops in your hair. If I live 100 years, one thing will be true: I lost my heart forever under one small umbrella with you. Now I sit alone in a window chair, coffee growing cold as I watch out there. Couples hurrying through the misty glow, holding each other like we did long ago. In my pocket, there's a folded note, your faded ink on a fragile quote. Maybe someday when the sky turns gray, we'll walk that same old street this way. I hear the sax from the radio low, soft and lonely in the afterglow. Every song about the falling rain sounds like us on that street again. Under one small umbrella, I fell in love with you. Walking down that rainy street, not knowing what to do, with the cars splashing by and the world out of view. Under one small umbrella, all I saw was you. Under one small umbrella, sharing whispered air, rain in your lashes and drops in your hair. If I live 100 years, one thing will be true: I lost my heart forever under one small umbrella with you. Sometimes driving with the wipers on slow, dashboard glowing with a gentle glow. I see your face in every streak and line, like the night you slipped your arm in mine. I keep your picture in a silver frame, smudge little corners, written out name. If you're somewhere watching the same rain fall, do you ever hear my heart still call? If you ever wander down that street again, if the clouds roll in and the showers begin, look for a stranger with a worn-out smile, holding up a shelter for a little while. Maybe we're older and the years have flown, maybe the life we dreamed has grown. But if I see your eyes in the rainy light, I'll open up and hold you tight. Under one small umbrella, let's fall in love once more. Walking past the sleepy shops and that old glass door, with to spend my final storm under one small umbrella with you. Rain on the sidewalks, shining in lines, one little shelter where our hearts align. Long after the showers and the clouds are through, I'm still standing here under one small umbrella with you. Rain falls soft and yellow
under our old umbrella. I saw you waiting at the crossing line, rain on your lashes in the silver night. Same little coat that you used to wear, same gentle way you tuck back your hair.
I almost turned and walked away, afraid of all the words we didn't say. Then you caught my eye through the curtain of rain, and suddenly I wasn't old again.
I said it's been a long, long while.
You answered with that quiet smile. Under our old umbrella, side by side like yesterday, all the years just melt away. Under our old umbrella, every raindrop whispers low all the love we used to know. If there's still a place for us to grow together,
We can start again
under our old umbrella.
I kept your letters in a wooden drawer, folded like secrets from a time before. Faded ink and little crooked lines, promises written between the signs.
I used to hear you on the late night air, love songs spinning on the wave somewhere. Did you ever think of walking back to me when the city lights were soft and free?
I said I wondered where you'd gone.
I whispered I was never really done. Under our old umbrella,
Side by side like yesterday,
all the years just melt away. Under our old umbrella, every raindrop whispers low all the love we used to know. If there's still a place for us to grow together,
we can start again
under our old umbrella.
We found a
left behind. And in your eyes, through the candle glow, I saw the girl I used to know.
I drove alone for so many nights, dashboard glow and the distant lights.
I held our pictures in the quiet room, hoping the silence wouldn't be my doom.
Now the radio hums a gentle tune, and the rain draws halos around the moon.
Maybe goodbye was just a little while, leading us back to this same old smile. Under our old umbrella, let the city fade away. We'll just walk and softly sway. Under our old umbrella, every heartbeat, every sigh feels like we were never dry. If there's still a road that we can walk together, lead me there again. Under our old umbrella. The rain falls soft and yellow.
Hold me close, my dear, forever.
Under our old umbrella.
The summer air was humming soft and low. The midway lights were starting up to glow. You met me by the painted carousel, with cotton candy clouds of sugar smell. The tinny speakers played a gentle tune as twilight brushed the corners of the moon. You took my hand and said, let's ride up high. We climbed into that chair that kissed the sky. Your laughter floated in the evening air, a melody that lingered everywhere. The world grew small, just you and me above. The Ferris wheel began to sing of love. Ferris wheel serenade, spinning slow while the night was made. Every light in the sky seemed to softly fade, till it's only our Ferris wheel serenade. Holding tight, unafraid, as the wind through your hair gently played. In my heart from that moment the music stayed, living on in our Ferris wheel serenade. We wandered down beside the quiet stream, where dusk was holding on to one last gleam. You skipped a pebble just to make a ring, and smiled at all the little waves it bring. We talked of summers we had yet to see, of borrowed time and borrowed company. I felt the night lean close around your face, as if it knew it found its favorite place. The crickets kept a gentle, steady time. Your fingertips slid softly into mine. The river carried every word we'd say, like verses drifting slowly far away. Ferris wheel serenade, spinning slow while the night was made. Every light in the sky seemed to softly fade till it's only our Ferris wheel serenade, holding tight, unafraid as the wind through your hair gently played. In my heart from that moment the music stayed, living on in our Ferris wheel serenade. We drove back home beneath the starry glow. The car radio was playing soft and low. Your sleepy head was resting near my arm. The dashboard light a little golden charm. We sang along to songs we barely knew, but every line kept folding into you. And when we stopped beneath your porch light's shine, the whole wide night was hanging on that line. Maybe years will turn our hair to gray, and summer fairs will slowly fade away. But when the evening breezes call your name, I'll hear that wheel go turning just the same. For every road that led us where we've been comes back to where that night first pulled us in. One simple ride, one song the moonlight played, forever called our Ferris wheel serenade. Ferris wheel serenade. Through the years love has never strayed. Every kiss, every smile that we've gently traded still rings with our Ferris wheel serenade, holding tight, unafraid. In your arms all my doubts have stayed. When the world feels too heavy or too delayed, lift me up in our Ferris wheel serenade. The summer air still hums soft and low. Whenever I'm with you, the lights still glow.
Closing time, shop window shining, silver lines. You offered me your coat and your umbrella too. Said no one should be walking home alone like you. We climbed a hill where that old dance hall stands. Neon letters flicker just above the band. You took my hand and led me through the door to where the jukebox waited by the worn-out floor. You dropped a coin and chose a song, the sweetest slow one all night long. And as the needle found its way, the crowded room just slipped away. Jukebox, hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. Every time I hear that refrain, I feel your fingers in mine again. Under the thunder and soft window pane, we were jukebox, hearts in the rain. Later that evening, streets were shining black. We shared a laugh about your borrowed jacket back. You walked me home along the empty square, the puddles catching all the colors in the air. We stopped beneath a lonely traffic light. The red and green were painting us in stripes. You brushed a raindrop gently from my face and turned the quiet street into a sacred place. You said if storms come, don't be afraid. Just think about the music music that we played, and in the hush between the drops I knew my turning world had stopped. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. Every time I hear that refrain, I feel your fingers in mine again, under the thunder and soft window pane. We were jukebox hearts in the rain. Now when the clouds roll in at closing time, the city hums that same familiar rhyme. I sit alone, but still I hear the band, and see our shadows swaying hand in hand. Sometimes I drive and let the radio glow, dashboard shining on the road I used to know. An old song plays, and in that soft refrain, you're turning, smiling, asking me my name. Maybe you're somewhere watching raindrops fall, passing by another small town dance hall. Maybe a jukebox starts to softly play and pulls your drifting memory my way. If ever you wonder where my heart has been, just follow every quiet violin, through every street and every window pane, to where our song still echoes in the rain. Jukebox hearts in the rain, spinning that song once again, holding you close while the world fades away. Two silhouettes in the doorway's frame. If the night should whisper my name, know that my love hasn't changed. Wherever you wander, whatever the day, we're still jukebox hearts in the rain. When the last note softly fades away, I'll be waiting where the jukebox plays.
Meet me in the rain. I still see that platform sign. Fog was hiding every star. You were standing by your suitcase as they loaded up the cars. You said, baby, don't forget me, with your hand against the glass. Train lights pulled you from my fingers as the engine slowly passed.
Every mile that rolled between us wrote your name in window pane. I kept hearing your soft whisper, someday we'll be close again.
Meet me in the rain, under one umbrella, say my name, on a rainy city street where nothing feels the same. Hold me like you did before, let the past just wash ashore, if your heart still feels the same. Meet me in the rain.
if your heart still feels the same. Meet me in the rain. Ooh, baby.
Now the city lights are shining
As the evening traffic slows,
I step out and see you waiting with your collar pulled in close.
raindrops dancing on the sidewalks,
While you walk into my view,
then you open up your umbrella and I spend my life with you.
all the trains that took us farther only led us back again.
Every empty road and letter was a road back to your hand.
Let the thunder roll above us, let the night forget our pain. We'll be written on these pavements every time it starts to rain. Meet me in the rain, me in the wind. Umbrella, say my name. On a rainy city street where love comes back again. Hold me like you did before. We don't have to leave once more. Every drop will softly say, you and I are here to stay. Meet me in the rain, ooh, with your heartbeat like a train. Meet me in the rain. Meet me in the rain.
Evening breeze and the crickets sing. Your headlights turn the corner once again. You pull up slow in that old blue car, radio playing some forgotten star. You lean across with that easy smile, ask if I can stay and talk a while. We drive past town where the sidewalks glow, past the little hall where we used to go, dancing all night by the jukebox shine. You'd whisper, someday I'll make you mine. Years roll on like the white lines do, but every road keeps leading back to you. And though the world keeps changing all the time, I'm still your girl and you're still mine. Under the porch light, I fall in love again every time you take my hand and slowly pull me in. Shadows on the doorstep, stars up in the sky. You kiss my cheek so softly, and you never say goodbye. Night after night, you hold me tight, and my heart shines on under the porch light. We talk about bills and the day we had, laugh about things that once made us sad. You say, remember when we had no phone, just a midnight walk to bring you home. The screen door creaks while the neighbors sleep. We steal a moment that is ours to keep. You brush my hair back from my face like every night in the same place. We may not travel very far or wide, but I found the world in your quiet eyes. And when night slowly slips away, I hear my heart begin to say, under the porch light, I fall in love again. Every time you take my hand and slowly pull me in, shadows on the doorstep, stars up in the sky. You kiss my cheek so softly, and you never say goodbye. Night after night, you hold me tight, and my heart shines on under the porch light. There's a little gray in your gentle hair, but the boy I met is still right there. You still get shy when I catch your gaze, like we're back in those first dance hall days. The kids have grown, gone their separate ways, but you're still my song at the end of the day. And when the house is quiet, still and small, your knock on the door says I've got it all. Maybe someday when we're old and slow, moving a little softer than we do now, we'll sit on this step in the fading glow, smiling at the life that love allowed. You'll take my hand like you always do, say after all these years I still choose you. And in that golden tender light, we'll thank the stars for every night. And under the porch light, I'm falling still for you. Every line upon our hands is every year we made it through. Shadows on the doorstep, silver in your hair. Every promise that we whispered still is shining in the air. Night after night, you hold me tight, and my heart lives on under the porch light. Yes, my heart lives on under the porch light.
Rain outside the cafe, neon sign is softly humming. Chairs are stacked along the wall. Steam is fading from the counter. There's no music, no last call. But I'm holding to this coffee cup, watching raindrops slide and race on the window where our laughter used to fill this little place. Every shadow on the pavement looks a bit like me and you, walking out into the evening, not sure what our hearts would do. And there's rain outside the cafe, but sunshine here with you. In every cup we shared before, and every see you soon. night comes down in silver on the glass between us two, I still fall in love remembering rain outside the cafe with you. Oh, you would rush in from the weather, cheeks all rosy from the cold, dropping gloves upon the table, telling stories you'd been told. I would stir a little sugar in just to buy a bit more time, as the streetcar bells were ringing like a distant warning chime. Ooh, we would trace our names in circles on the fogged up window pane, making promises in whispers while the city called our names. Now there's rain outside the cafe, but you're in every chair, in the clink of cups and saucers. I can feel you sitting there when the late shift wipes the tables down and the world is almost through. My whole life begins and ends in rain outside the cafe with you. We've got bills upon the fridge now, shoes lined up beside the door, kitchen light that burns till morning, children sleeping on the floor. But whenever storms come rolling and the night feels cold and wide, I can see that little table with you sitting by my side. So when there's rain outside the cafe and the years feel worn and few, I will pour us both some coffee at our kitchen table too. Let it drum against the window like it always used to do. In my heart there's always waiting rain outside the cafe with you. Outside the cafe, right here with you. Rain on the windshield, wipers keeping time, headlights on the pavement, soft silver lines. I pull into the driveway after another long day, city on my shoulders slowly fading away. The night is hiding corners in a misty kind of blue, but there's a little beacon always shining just for you. That porch light by the doorway casting gold upon the rain looks just like the lamplight on the streetcar lane, where once we shared an umbrella in a downpour night. You whispered, one day we'll call this our life. I still remember every letter that you wrote, your careful little curves on every folded note. telling me I made it back to you again. Every little storm and every winding road leads me to your arms and that porch light glow. Warm against the night, I see our whole life in that gentle light. Darling, when the world feels cold and slow, you're waiting in the doorway with that porch light glow. I step out of the car and hear the gravel softly crunch. Smell the coffee in the kitchen and your favorite cinnamon punch. Your shadow on the curtain sways as if it knows that my tired heart is racing to the place it always goes. You open up the door with that quiet little smile, same as when we were younger on that porch in July. You say you're home, come in and lose the rain, and the years between our dreams and now all fade. I think about the nights we spent a world apart. Your letters like a lantern for my restless heart. You wrote, no matter how far you go, I'll be right here beneath this glow. Porch light glow, shining through the rain, telling me I made it back to you again. Every little storm and every winding road leads me to your arms and that porch light glow. Warm against the night, I see our whole life in that gentle light. Darling, when the world feels cold and slow, you're waiting in the doorway with that porch light glow. Some loves burn like fireworks in the summer sky, bright for just a moment, then they say goodbye. But ours is like that lamp above the painted door, soft and steady, burning more and more. We've had our share of teardrops and the bills to pay, dishes in the sink in small ordinary days. But every time I see that little golden shine, I remember how you promised you'd be mine. If someday the lines on our faces start to show and the world moves faster than we'll ever know, I'll still come walking up this same worn stone to the one place that has always felt like home. And if the rain is falling like it did back then, I'll see your silhouette and fall in love again. For as long as my heart has anywhere to go, it will follow you back to that porch light glow. Porch light glow, shining through the rain. After all these years, you're still my sweetest refrain. Every little storm and every winding road, they only make me treasure that porch light glow. Brighter as we stay, hand in hand, we watch the dark just fade away. Darling, when the years grow soft and slow, I'll find you in the doorway with that porch light glow. Rain on the windshield, but the night feels kind, because your little light is waiting every time. As long as there's a world outside, I have to know I'll be coming home to you and that porch light glow.